Okay, so before we dive in, I said queso, that's
Queso.
cheese. Queso, before we,
We should, Andrea, keep that in. That was funny.
before we dive into some of the specific formats, there's a couple of just little things we want to cover in terms of overall production quality. These are going to apply no matter what formats you use. And so we just want to hit on them pretty quickly before we dive into that.
Yeah, basically, we want you to think of what your production quality, how good is your video going to look? How good is your audio going to look? How nice is that ebook? Think about where you think you could get to in production quality a year from now. And then let's just fast forward a little bit and do it now. The reason we say this is, I don't know how many times we made a basic course, something we could kind of chuck together. Video didn't look super nice, didn't spend a lot of time making nice slides and graphics for it. You know, whatever, we didn't have a nice setup for the video. And then we look at that course 6 months later as we'd been improving in our ability to make content, and we're just like, oh, it's an embarrassment. Or they get used to your better quality on your YouTube channel. They get used to the better quality and design of your blog as they watch it later on. And then when they buy the product, they're like, what is this? And so if you're going to be making an investment in your video setup, your audio setup, your lighting, whatever in the next year, do it now before the course. To the extent that if you're never going to be doing the YouTube game, you're not going to be doing your own video stuff, like, who could you hire somebody that you know to come to your house and record it for you and edit this? Because you really don't want to have to redo a whole product later on. It's just going to slow your business down so much if you have to keep remaking your products.
Keep that content evergreen. And now along those similar lines is always keep all raw files. Now we'll talk about that specifically in video, but if you put together a PDF and you're using like Microsoft Word to create it and exporting it as a PDF, keep the Word document too so that you can modify it. If you have slides that you're going to throw into a video or anything in that, like keep a raw version of it that you can always update so that you can keep it evergreen and just push it back out there without having to completely reinvent the wheel over and over and over again.
And another thing is keep yourself really organized in the teaching. You know, get a PowerPoint, get a nice outline, because if you get rambly and it gets just annoying how the course is going, you're going to want to redo it. So get organized, go step by step. Don't just cowboy this thing and throw together a product. You're going to hate it later on.